Alright, hey, it's Robert Johnson here. Wait, it's a beautiful day here in Esk'et, and you know, we're just having a lot of fun here on the Rafters. And that was the last hip jack in the valley. And it feels so good to actually have them down in there. And yeah, it's just really great. Hey!
I want that under.
Yeah!
Yeah, I don't want that one under. I want it back.
We can make you understand and bring up your trailer and get started. Get ready for a stampede.
Whew. Always fun in Esk'et here, you know. It's just great, you know. The people here, just a real community. They you know, the really nice thing about a community when you're involved is just the family orientation, the amount of input that you get from people and ideas is just great, you know. And it's just exciting. And here I have one of a kind carpenters. He's a journeyman carpenter as well. He builds log homes, and so as a journeyman carpenter myself, you always come across challenges, and it's really important, I think, in life to grow. If you want to go further, always ask questions. Go to an elder and say, "Hey, elder, you've experienced this. Give me some wisdom." And you know, that's something that I'm learning to do. So I went to one of the elders, and here we got Bun Johnson, and he's just an awesome carpenter here. So right now he's just examining my work. This is, hey Bun, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, we're all doing good here, and I just want to show you with these curved rafters, or Sqlelten salmon rafters is now what we're calling them. Just take a look at here. Here we have the hip, and this is the number one hip, and then we have number two hip here, and then we have the ridge, and down in these valleys we have all these hip jacks going into it. Now one of the things that I just want to show you, this isn't a traditional way of building a hip valley. Normally what you do is when you use dimensional material, you lower it, because the tops of the jacks, there's a theory point that needs to sit a little bit lower, otherwise you kind of hit high. And how that worked with this thing, normally when you're framing a house, it's totally fine to just drop the hip, and you need it to drop so that your sheet could go into that corner there. And with this, when the sheet hits that hip, it actually touches just on the edge of the sheet, but because this is curved, I need as much wood to wood bearing on that hip as I can. So if you just take a look, I'll just show you in detail here. As this hip is curving right down here like this, I had to cut a 12-degree angle to get back to my theory line, so that as all my jacks are coming down, it keeps on continuing, and that would be the edge in the center. So this is actually 2 layers of 3/4 plywood that I had to laminate together, and cutting that 12-degree on that curve was a little bit challenging, but it was well worth it. And then underneath, it's all going to be straight. So when you're looking down inside in the gable, all these rafters are going to line up just deadly. And so this is one thing, and I'll just show you a picture of the top of how this curved intersecting roof looks like. So it's pretty sweet. So you can just see the curve that goes down here, and here's the hip, and here's the jacks. And I decided to do this section first, because right down below we have a platform that we're working off of, and as soon as I start sheeting, it's harder to actually access this area. So right now, because it's all open and there's a platform underneath, I'm actually going to sheet this the valley first before I do on the other side of the gable. It just makes it a lot easier for when we go doing the sheeting. So there you have it, and yeah, Buruch.